All right, it is Thursday, and I know a lot of folks are looking ahead to the weekend. Let's check in with meteorologist Marina Jurica to find out if this heat will stick around. Hi, Marina.
Hello, Rachel. That's right. We will be looking at the heat sticking around and actually getting just a touch warmer as we move into our Friday and Saturday. But looking at the Santa Monica Pier, we can see that the marine layer has pushed out. So it was a little earlier than it was yesterday. And so things are going to get a little bit toastier along the coast. But we are going to be looking at a very nice lunch hour if you're heading out and about. 74 in downtown LA right now, 77 in Pasadena, 65 in Malibu, 74 in Fullerton, and 77 in both Corona and San Bernardino. So a really, really nice midday, and then we'll be in the 80s and 90s again this afternoon. And that trend is going to stay with us as we push forward, as we see that high pressure just stubbornly stay put until we start to track some changes starting on Sunday into next week. But a beautiful live look at Malibu. You can see just a few of those high level cirrus clouds, 71 degrees there, and there's the weekend. So Friday and Saturday, we will get a little bit of a push up. We'll be in the 80s and 90s across the bulk of our region, with 87 on Saturday and 84 on Sunday. But we're cooling on Sunday because guess what? High is finally pushing out of here, and that allows for that area of low pressure to be able to squeeze its way down into our region, and we might even be able to get a few showers out of this system. It hasn't rained since the middle of February, so it'll be good to get a little bit of rain. But we're remaining above average with modest warming. Temperatures are staying warmer than average as we move through the entire weekend, and then we're watching for those very small shower chances as we push into next week. But talking about today, let's see how those highs are going to shake down in your neck of the woods. Let's move up into the valleys. 72 degrees as we move into Santa Monica and Manhattan Beach. So still lovely and quiet at the coastline, but then 89 in Woodland Hills, 88 in Santa Clarita. So huge temperature difference by about 10 to 15 degrees between the coast and our inland communities, 84 in Simi. As we move down towards 79 in the South Bay at Long Beach and the 210 corridor, we're going to be looking at 86 in Pasadena as well as in Whittier. And then moving on up into the Inland Empire, you folks will be toasty as well. Flirting with 90 today in Ontario, 89 degrees, and moving up towards San Bernardino, we'll be hitting a 90 as well. And then Orange County looks great, 82 degrees in Anaheim, 79 in Santa Ana, 73 in Huntington Beach. So overall, the closer you get to the coast, as it usually is, the cooler it will be and the nicer the weather is as we push forward. So let's take a look at what the extended is, because that's when we finally start to see those changes shifting for the first time in the month of March. High pressure is going to move slowly down towards the south. It still is in control. You can definitely see those warmer layers in the upper atmosphere. And it's not until we start to see that area of low pressure push in as we head into Tuesday and Wednesday. And that allows for cooler temperatures and the chance for rain into the middle of the week, which we can see nicely here on our 7-day forecast. So we're going to be looking at just 90s in the Inland Empire all the way through the stretch, and then finally start to chisel down to where we're supposed to be for this time of year by Tuesday and Wednesday in the 70s, with that rain chance popping in. And then looking at our valley locations, you're going to be pretty warm all the way through Sunday until you also will see the 70s. And that will be a rain chance for you folks as well. And the LA and OC Metro, exactly the same song and dance. Those 80s all the way through the 70s, and we might even get some 60s by the middle of next week, which will be nice, Rachel, but short-lived, because don't worry, those 80s and 90s will be right back as we move into late next week.
Have a great tip or story idea? Maybe you want to share breaking news video? Just text The Desk. You can even ask us questions or express concerns about what's happening in your community. Text The Desk at 818-221-2222.
We are CBS LA. We are yours.